I'm just another human thingy. And today, what I want to talk about is mm, what it what it's like to be a queer and get kicked out of your home for it. Because I'm sure if it happened to me, then there's no way that I'm the only one it happened to. And everybody has different kinds of parents, things like that. They live with different people, and I know that if it was bad for me, there's people out there who had it way worse than I ever did. This is actually a fairly recent event. I only found out, that this was actually gonna be a thing that was happening for real a couple days ago. It's summer, and I'm in my country, in the Dominican Republic, and I have been living in the States for the past 7 years ish. And yeah, so I came here to visit, just to spend some time with the family here, since we don't have any over there in the States. And once while I'm here, I had suspicions that something like this might happen, but now it seems like I'm going to be staying here in the Dominican Republic once more. Now, the issue with that is there is the reason, because recently, just a couple months ago, my stepfather got it out of me. He approached me as a friend. That's the dog. He approached me as a friend and told me to tell him what I thought about things, about their religion. My mother is a Messianic Jew. And so I did. And I told him that I just don't believe in that. That once I was old enough to actually think about what I believed and not just what I had been taught since I was a child, I felt that that really wasn't my thing. It's not something I felt in my heart. And, I thought it was good to tell him that, since he asked. And then he kept on questioning, and, I told him that I'm a demisexual. If, for those of you who don't know it, demisexuality is basically someone who doesn't feel like sexual attraction to somebody else until they've already made an emotional bond, regardless of gender. Yeah, my mom is really old-fashioned. To her, they're straight and there's gay. So I don't know if to this day she understands that. But yeah, and so not too long after that, I came here for vacation, and then not too long after that, my mom called that I'm not going back. So yeah, we had been talking about it before I left, the possibilities. She knows that I wanted to move out as soon as I could, because I knew that I wasn't accepted where I was, as I was, and that's a really shitty thing. For those of you that know what it's like, you know what I'm talking about. And so yeah, I was pretty sure that this could be a thing, but now that it actually is a thing, it's a whole different matter, because I really believe that someone can't tell you that they love you and mean it, and then ship you out of a country that in itself isn't perfect, as we all know, but definitely a country where there are opportunities, a country where people can make their lives happen much easier, with much more variety, with many more chances to get things done than in a country like, say, the Dominican Republic, which in its tourist areas is beautiful in its own ways, but living wise, it's horrible. It's extremely filled with crime and things of the such. People dying over the stupidest things, so we're yelling at each other in our car in the streets, and then someone pulls the gun out. And I just don't think that you can seriously look a child in the eyes and tell them that you love them, and that you're sending them into poverty and into danger because you love them, because of who they are, and how that doesn't coincide with your religion. And it's horrible, really. It's horrible to feel like, okay, I get it. You're supposed to put your God over everything else, but to put him in a place where you take a child and just completely fuck them over like that, put them in a place where they barely have any hope, any chance to get anything done, it's a horrible feeling. I'm sure the dog agrees with me. And yeah, this is first video, not all that great. I will try to work on that. Um, Hopefully, of many more to come from just another human thingy. Because here I am now. I cried for like 15 seconds after my mom told me. I haven't cried in like 5 years, so it's actually quite the accomplishment. I was like, whoa, this must really be affecting me, and it really is. But I'm gonna try to make the best of what I have right now. I'm already trying to make new plans with where I'm going, things of the such. I'll be back in the States in a couple years to go to college, because that's one thing they can't keep me from doing because of my demisexuality. But if there's anybody out there who relates, I just, I want you guys to know that you're not alone, and that even though it's really shitty, there are still things we can do for ourselves to get us where we need to be, and to show them, our parents, guardians, whoever we live with, our friends, that even though they tried to push us out, even though they tried to make us be who they wanted us to be and put us in situations that endangered us, we can still be who we are, and choose what we do and be successful. And I think honestly that that's the best thing I could do, is show them that I am going to get where I'm going to get, still being who I am and not changing that at all. And I don't think you ever should either. And that's all I wanted to say.